Happy Thanksgiving, pilgrims. I'm gonna give you the story on vinyl of Hiawatha.
The legend of Hiawatha is a fable of long ago, in the long ago of the land of the sky-blue waters, long before the white paleface came to this land, in the long ago when the mountains and the valleys were untouched, when the land was sweet and clean. The legend of Hiawatha is a strange fable. Those of you who love the world of nature, love the sunshine and the meadow, love the shadows of the forest and the wind among the branches. And to those of you who love a nation's legend, love the sweet song of its people, listen to this simple story. Listen to this ancient Indian fable, to the legend of Hiawatha. Long ago, when all the Indian tribes were warring with each other, the Great Spirit, the Master of Life, looked down from the heavens and cried out to the tribes of all men.
I have given you lands to hunt in. I have given you streams to fish in. I have given you bear and bison, roe and reindeer. Why then are you not contented? Why then do you hunt and kill each other? Why is brother against brother? I am weary of your wars and bloodshed, weary of your hatreds. Therefore, I will send you a prophet, a great Indian leader. He will guide and teach you. If you listen and obey him, you will multiply and prosper. If you disobey him, you will fade away and perish. Heed my warning, O my people. I send you a prophet. He will bring you peace.
Many moons passed, and as the Master of Life had promised, a prophet did come. His father was Kabayan, the West Wind, who blew across the country and fell in love with the maiden Winona. He wooed her with words of sweetness, with soft caresses, till she bore a son of love. Then the West Wind deserted Winona and left her in sorrow. Thus was born Hiawatha.
Tell me, Grandmother Nokomis, of my father and mother.
Your mother was a beautiful young maiden. Your father, the fierce, unconquerable West Wind. He deceived your mother, who died when you were born. Your father returned across the country from whence he came. But I, Nokomis, shall teach you many things. You shall learn the language of the birds that fly and the animals who roam the land. You shall know the secrets of the forests and the secrets of the heavens. For you, Hiawatha, are the chosen one. The one the Master of all life has promised he would send to all people.
I shall learn, and one day I shall seek out the West Wind and deal with him for the sorrow that he brought my mother.
And Hiawatha did learn. He was skilled in all crafts of the hunter. Swift of foot was Hiawatha, for he wore magic moccasins, and every stride he took measured more than a mile. He wore enchanted mittens, and with these mittens he could crack rocks apart and grind them into so much powder. Out of childhood and into manhood grew this great Indian.
Grandmother Nokomis, it is time for me to go and seek out my father.
Go not, Hiawatha. He is strong. He is indestructible. He will harm you with his magic, defeat you with his cunning. You will not be able to find him.
I will find him. I go across the land to the doorway of the west wind, to the portals of the sunset. O great west wind, I have come to seek you out. Come across this great land to meet my father.
Welcome, Hiawatha. Welcome to the kingdom of the West Wind. Long have I waited for you. Your youth is great, and age is lonely. Your youth is fiery, my age is frosty. You bring back days long departed. You bring back my youth, and the memory of the beautiful Winona.
My mother, who you deceived and left in great sorrow. It was you who took her young life and beauty, trampled it beneath your footsteps. Confess it. Confess!
Ah, but that was long ago, and now you have come. Stay and share this kingdom with me.
Never. I shall return to serve my people after I have dealt with you for your deception. I must know who is stronger, who is master.
But there is nothing, nor no one that can defeat me. I am invulnerable, indestructible.
Laugh if you will. Go on and laugh. But before I return to my people, I must know that I can control the west wind. I shall crush this mountainside and heave it at your kingdom and bury you and your power beneath it.
And I shall blow it back at you.
Over the mountains and valleys the battle rose. The earth shook, and for 3 days and 3 nights across the face of the land, the conflict raged. Finally,
Hold, my son, my Hiawatha. You cannot kill me, nor can I destroy you. This is but another trial for you, another test of your valor and courage. Go back to your home and to your people, and cleanse the earth from all that harms it. Clear the fishing grounds and the rivers. Slay all the monsters and magicians. Go forth as it has been foretold by the Great Spirit and the Master of Life.
thus was fought that titanic battle, and to this day one can see traces of it. One sees it in the broken mountains, in giant crevices, in deep gorges, in the rivers that rush into waterfalls, in huge caverns. These and many more mark this famous battle.
My grandson, I had given up all hope of ever seeing you again.
Hiawatha, dear friend, all of us despaired. We thought the west wind had finished you.
Kwasind, my true friend, grandmother, I promised I would return, and I have kept that promise. But I come only to take leave again.
Where do you wander now, my grandson? It would be better if you remained now among your people.
Old and dear Nokomis, it is time that I took a squaw for a wife.
But this is no reason for you to wander off again.
Yes, dear friend. Surely there are many fair maidens here in the tribe for you to choose from.
No, when I traveled across the land to the kingdom of the West Wind, I met a maiden. I cannot forget her, her beauty or her tenderness.
Her name. What is her name?
She is called Minnehaha, Laughing Water. She is the daughter of an arrow maker and lives in the land of the Dakotas.
Do not bring a stranger here. The Dakotas are a very proud and fierce nation, and there are feuds between our tribes yet unforgotten, wounds that have not healed and still ache.
For this reason, if for no other, would I wed Minnehaha. It would unite our tribes, and old hatreds would die forever. But I marry her because I cannot forget her face. Her beauty haunts me, and there is no happiness for me without the Dakota maiden.
Then you must go.
Yes, I must go, and I will return once more, this time with Laughing Water, with my wife.
And return he did, with the loveliest of the Dakota women, return to the land of his people, the Ojibways. And there he married the beautiful Indian maiden. For many moons, Hiawatha and his Minnehaha lived in great happiness and peace. Hiawatha brought a great peace to all the tribes, showed them how to heal themselves, showed them the beauty of nature and the wonder of life. But then a great famine struck. Many grew ill, many died. Death came to many. It came to Hiawatha's beautiful wife. It took Minnehaha to the great hereafter.
There are not enough strawberries or blueberries or wild rice left. Soon all of our people will perish. We need your help, O Hiawatha.
I do not believe that the Master of Life meant for our people to depend on these things. There must be other foods to eat. There must be a way to end this great famine. With my friends I shall go, and I shall find such a food. Look, Kwasind, someone approaches our camp.
He is strange looking, and he wears strange garments of green and yellow.
Who are you, stranger?
I am the friend of man. I am Mundamin. And I seek you, O Hiawatha. I come to warn and instruct you, to tell you that by struggle with me, you will gain what you pray for. You are weak, Hiawatha. Weak from your travels and your own hunger and the hunger of your people. But I call you to rise. Rise, O youth, and wrestle with me.
What manner of person is this Hiawatha? Don't go near this stranger. His color, the green outer garments, the golden yellow inner skin. He is unlike any person or spirit I have ever seen.
What you say is true, dear friend Kwasind. Still, I must do as he asks. I must wrestle and defeat him. I do not as yet know the reason, only that I must.
Come, let us do battle. Or has the brave Hiawatha lost his taste for battle? I, Mundamin, challenge you.
I do not know why you call me to battle, but I feel that if I defeat you, that in some strange way, the suffering of my people will end.
Oh, don't, Hiawatha. I fear for you.
It is true. The suffering of your people is linked to this struggle. Now, will you wrestle?
Now, I must wrestle. Now I must defeat you.
Take him, Hiawatha. Oh, he has you in a death grip. Get free! Get free! You've got him, Hiawatha. Finish him! Finish him!
You're beaten. I am dying. You must promise me, brave Hiawatha, that you will bury me here. Strip me of my green and yellow garments and scatter it. You must let the rain and sunshine cover me and my scattered garments.
But how has this struggle helped my people? How will your death and this promise you now ask of me help?
Do not question. You have won the battle. Do not lose the war. Promise. Promise.
I promise.
But Hiawatha, why after so many moons do we return to the scene of your struggle with the strange Mundamin?
Why, grandson, do you bring us all here?
Look! Behold! What I have struggled for, prayed for, and did battle with Mundamin for has come true. Look!
It is a field of strange colored plant, green and yellow.
Now I understand. We must strip the green from this plant, just as I stripped the garment from Mundamin. This is his gift to us. This is our new food. And we shall call this new food after Mondamin. We shall call it maize.
By the shores of Gitchigumi, by the big sea water, time passed. Many wonders did Hiawatha show his people. Great joy visited him, and later, great sorrow, for many of his good friends passed on to the great beyond. One day, he spoke to his people.
Time never changes. It moves on and on. But as it moves, it changes our lives. Soon, our lives will change greatly. I have had a great vision.
Tell us, Hiawatha.
Tell us of your great vision. Tell us.
There is a water, bigger than the big sea water, broader than the Gitchigumi. It is bitter, so that none can drink it.
What is this he speaks of? Has the great leader grown old and foolish?
Listen to me. On this great water, great canoes with wings will come flying. On these great canoes, hundreds of warriors with faces painted white will come. More and more will come in great wooden vessels. They will come to build great nations and fill this land with people.
O great leader, O wise Hiawatha, you must be feverish. Your age has made you see things that are not there and cannot be.
I speak of crowded nations where we now stand. Restless, toiling, struggling, striving. People who will speak many tongues, yet feel but one heartbeat in their bosoms. We must welcome these people in peace.
Peace indeed.
Has our great Hiawatha gone mad? Even if what you saw is true, and it cannot be, why would we welcome these intruders? This is our land.
Yes, it is ours.
Our land.
Hear the end of what I tell you. I beheld our nation scattered, all my counseling forgotten, the peace broken, and our people weakened from warring with each other and with the white painted faces. I saw the remnants of our people pushed westward like a cloud of dust, scattered like the withered leaves of autumn.
True to his vision, one day a canoe came up the Gitchigumi, and with it, the first white people.
Welcome, O strangers, welcome to our lands. All our village in peace awaits you. All our doors stand open for you. You shall enter our wigwams and smoke our pipe of peace.
Peace be with you, noble Hiawatha. Peace be with you and your people.
Come, we must talk of many things. My people, I have spoken with the paleface. He comes in peace. And now I must tell you that in your watch and ward, I leave them, for I must depart. My time has come.
Noble chief, do not leave us.
Oh, please.
All your wisdom, all.
All my wisdom, all the truth, leave with you. See that no harm comes to the white strangers. See that no fear molests them, nor danger approach them. See that they never want of food or shelter in the lodge of Hiawatha. For they are our brothers, sent to us by the Master of Life. I am going, O my people. My work here is done. Many moons and many winters will have vanished before I see you again.
Farewell.
Forever.
The people watched from the shore, watched the birch canoe with their Hiawatha sail in the distance until it seemed lifted to the heavens. And so departed Hiawatha, in the glory of the sunset, in the purple mists of evening, to the region of the home wind,
to the great beyond and the land hereafter.
And scene. Thank you, thank you. See? We're not so bad, us honkies.